I realized I did something wrong. I'm wearing a Marvel shirt during a DC review. Please don't hate me. I'm sorry. It's just it was the only shirt I had. I could have wore the Flash hoodie, but then I felt I was gonna get backlash for that. So don't hate me. Everybody. So today I want to talk about a movie that I just saw called The Batman. Now I would have like flashy stuff flying over the screen where you see like Batman dun, dun, going through different stuff, but no, I get flagged every single time I put up like I'll put up maybe 6 seconds of something at some point, and I get copyright stricken. I get this, that. So I don't do it. I don't do it anymore. But let's talk about the Batman. Um, Initial reaction. I so I enjoyed the movie. Have you ever played the game Arkham City? This is this is a storyline from Arkham City kind of feel. So I enjoyed that game. I'm kind of a nerd. I enjoyed that game. I enjoy going through and trying to solve things and doing all that fun stuff. But that's what this was. This seemed exactly like a scenario from Arkham City. So you have the main story plot, but then you also have to divert and do little side quests because of course the game needs um, you need time, you need playability, uh, you need people to go through a lot of stuff. Okay, cool, a little side quest and then back onto the main story. That's what this was. You had a bunch of side quests but you had a main story through. um, in that aspect, because I liked those games, I enjoyed this. A lot of people said, "Oh, the movie should have been 2 hours instead of 2 or 3 hours." Yes and no. Yes, if I was a normal viewer. No, because I actually like the Arkham games. I like those. So, um, it makes more sense to me to actually, you know, take a little bit of time and invest it in these characters. Um, do I feel that there is major spoilers? A lot of people don't talk about the Riddler because, oh, spoilers. You might get spoilers. There's not really spoilers. Like the Riddler. You know that there's a big twist going to happen in the movie. So, oh boy, it's not really a spoiler to say that there's a big twist. Um, Hell, the Joker did a big twist in the movie of The Dark Knight. I mean, there's always a twist. This was a very fun twist. I enjoyed this twist. Um, the cinematography, a lot of people talk about, oh my god, this cinematography of this movie is amazing. Oh my god, it's so amazing. I enjoyed it for the most part. At certain spots, I was like, what are we even looking at? I mean, it's a cool little close up of something, and then that's blurred, and that's blurred. What are we looking at? What is that? So I think the the style was really cool, but I think that there needs to be someone saying, "Hey, that shot right there, it's too stylized." Yeah, we don't even know what that is. Okay, we don't know what we're looking at. Um, there's a lot of points in this movie where they say, "Oh, no conversation. Let's just brood. Let's just dun 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 dun." I like that. I enjoy that. It's a different flavor. It's a different feel. It's getting away from the Nolan, getting away from Schumacher, all of these other different uh, ideas like the Burtons and stuff of directors' feels. So this was fun. This worked. There was the things that I did not like about the movie is I didn't feel it needed to have some of this claustrophobia about it. There were times where, so if you've ever watched really bad CGI done on YouTube videos, hell, I can say that I've done this. Something will be super in focus right here. It's all in focus. I'm getting my face up in there so that way you feel it. It's a visceral thing. So the camera went out for a second. I don't know why. I think the plug got pulled. But no, everything is super in focus here, but then the whole background is so blown out, so blurred, that it feels CGI. Now, some of these shots were not CGI. You could tell that they actually built the set and all this stuff, but because you blur everything out so hardcore, and you only have this one item in front of the camera, it just feels like a complete CGI shot. And you just kind of go, it doesn't look as good as you thought. I mean, there's a time where Batman's hanging on something, and I'm gonna stay spoiler free, by the way. He's hanging on something, he's looking up, somebody's looking down, and everything is so blurred behind him. You know, somebody was like, yeah, that's a good shot. Ooh, that's a good shot. Doesn't really look that good. They could have used, just upped the aperture just a little bit, just made sure you could see a little bit of what's going on behind. I mean, you could blur it, but when it's like this complete haze that looks digital, that haze looked digital, and it just, it brings you out of the feel of the movie. You're like, everything else is so visual, so really nice and cut and clean. I was gonna say two words together, clean and cut. I don't know why, but it was really nice that they could do all of that, but then certain spots you just go, ugh. You spent a year shooting this, including reshoots, and you couldn't have cleaned that up. I do feel so there's like a little disconnect on certain shots. Some shots are like boom, establishing, nice shot. You're like, ooh, Michael Bay much? But then other shots are like in your face, just boom, boom. Like there's a car chase and everything is just like, okay, here's a wheel, and then here's everything else over here, but it's blurred. We only see the wheel, and then oh, now we see kind of out there, and the wheel is now blurred, but there's always something in the way, stuff in the way. Always, there's always, hey, oh, by the way, here's the review, but you can kind of see me behind it. That's how a lot of the action is, and it's fine. But you can tell that that's the style of the director, and I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure that the reshoots were them setting up every single main scene and getting establishing shots to use around all of the artsy close-ups and weird claustrophobia of the movie. So that's my assumption. So I'm gonna throw that out. The a lot of people will go into, oh, I like this character, I like this, I like that. And I'm gonna do that too. So I really did like, I liked the fact that this was like the metamorphosis of Batman. This was Batman before Batman, kind of a thing. Like he's just began being Batman. This is before he became the symbol of truth, of justice, of being a good person, because he calls himself Vengeance the whole movie. So I like that. I like that feel. I like that different tone. I think Colin Farrell rocked it as the Penguin. I think he stole the scene every single time he was the Penguin, because you were like, man, that's the Penguin from the games. Hey, I know you. You were the Penguin from the games. Pretty good. You know, that's how I was doing that. It was like, hmm, you did good. Um, there's a whole side story, different villains, stuff. And, you know, several villains show up in this, which is cool. I really enjoy that. I enjoy seeing a bunch of different villains show up, and you're like, ah, that's cool. Even though they may not be the main villain or anything like that, you're like, hmm, that's fun. I actually, you know, you want to see the crazy villains. You want to see the cool villains. Um, I liked seeing the villains that they had in this, but when you just have a regular mob villain, you're like, oh, couldn't have been Clayface, couldn't have been Scarecrow, Solomon Grundy, no, anybody, you know, you want the creative ones, you know, Calendar Man. Can we have just weird people? There's a whole lineup of just crazy Batman characters, and you're like, ah, can we just get the weird ones? Let's just do that. But no, they didn't do that. They were. This was more for the big fans. They were like, oh my gosh, that is that guy. But normal people, if they look at the visuals of like Batman stuff, I don't know who that is. Does he look like a cool character in any of these comic books? No, he doesn't. He looks like a regular person. Oh. Okay. Moving on. You know, I wish they I wish they would bring, you know, a proper like Bane kind of a thing, or he's not being controlled by someone else kind of stuff. It always got weird. Every single iteration of Bane, he's with someone else, and that person's the one in control. Yet he's the smarter one. His character is always, I'm smarter than you. I'm an amazing tactician. I'm an amazing strategist. I'm amazing everything, and I'm strong as hell. Like, you know, he's supposed to be that, but they always put him as like the Hulk brooding kind of guy. It's really weird. Am I a Batman fan? Yes, in a way. I used to love watching the Batman TV shows. I watched it. I even watched Batman Beyond when that was on when I was a teenager. I watched those things. But I played the video games. I liked the video games. I even watched other people play the video games, so it's a little weird, huh? Watching other people play the games. So, did I like this movie? Yes. Do I feel that the movie really failed anywhere? No. You know, it was fun, kept your attention. It very much was like a Seven, the movie Seven, mixed with Batman. People were worried. They were like, is there going to be any action? Yes, there is. And yes, it becomes Arkham City kind of action. You know, you're like that's fun. And you have if anybody knows the Arkham games, you'll really appreciate the ending and go, you actually used that. I remember doing that because they actually at some points made Batman scary, which is fun. Um, I really feel that the movie is worth a watch. It's worth a watch. It's up there with some of the best Batman movies. You know, I actually no. I'll throw this out. Throw this out. This is, in my opinion, the best Batman movie, but that is only because all around it is the best Batman movie. Is this the best Batman? No. Actually, I think I think the best Batman was maybe Affleck. Ben Affleck did really good, but I he's been in crappy movies. But is this the best Batman? No. The best Batman actor playing Batman. But did he do good? He did good. I think he was like top two or three of Batman actors. I mean, I think he did really good for what he was supposed to do. Um, and he felt like a young Batman. Is this the best story of Batman? No. I still kind of hold that up to Dark Knight. Is this, like I could go through the thing. It is a no on everything. Is this the best villain? No. Is this the best this? No. Is this the best cinematography? Yes and no. It wasn't as epically shot as, say, like Christopher Nolan did really well getting some epics. I mean, he really made you feel the scale of the city of the world of Batman. So Christopher Nolan, I give him everything for Dark Knight. Now I'm not talking about Dark Knight Rises. Do not get me into that. We don't have hours for me to crap all over that movie. But he's good at epics. He's good at getting scale. And that had that. So this movie is a no on the best of everything, but together as a tightly woven package, this is a much better movie than any of the other Batman. It is a better package. I still hold the reason why The Dark Knight was so great was the Joker was fantastic, and nobody's gonna outdo Heath Ledger in his type of Joker. Now, am I insulting the Joker movie? No. I think Joaquin Phoenix did an amazing Joker, but that wasn't the Joker. It was a fairy tale that the Joker explained at the end of the movie. If you ever understood that whole movie, he was telling a joke, and at the end she goes, "What's so funny?" And he goes, "You wouldn't get it." And all it was he was making a joke. He was telling you a fake story of the origin of the Joker. So it kind of worked with how I got these scars? And he always made up a different story of that. That's what he did, but they made a whole movie over that. That's how the Joker was supposed to be. Okay? So, was that the actual Joker? He stayed in tune in line with kind of Heath Ledger's Joker, and this is kind of the way it would go. So it worked, but he built off of Heath Ledger's Joker and the way he would do things. It's just in the fairy tale story that the Joker said, he played a different character. He wasn't playing the Joker. He played a different character. It was not until the end of the movie, the last 3 minutes of the movie, that you actually see the true Joker. And so you can't really necessarily say that's Joker, So Heath Ledger's Joker wins in all of the Jokers because, I mean, Joaquin Phoenix did an amazing performance, but that wasn't Joker. That was a made-up version of Joker from Joker's mind. So you just have to look at it that way. So yeah, this movie is a nicely woven package of just everything you wanted together. Because this is the first time the world's greatest detective, which is Batman, that's what it is supposed to be, actually does detective work. He did it in like the video games, but he never did it in any movie. I mean, he kind of did it in the Nolan movies. It was very loose and lackluster. It was like computers did it for him. Oh, okay, it's done. It's just it's a little. It was a little too easy. Here, he actually has to use his brain, and he actually has to think, and he actually is wrong at some points. And what's funny is the Riddler even goes, "You didn't catch that, did you?" and it becomes the big twist, and you're like, do, interesting. Um, so no, is it fun? Yes. Is it an enjoyable experience? Yes. Is it too long? No. I don't think it's too long, but this is the pacing, this is the type of story they wanted to tell. And I think that Batman deserves this kind of a pacing, this kind of a storytelling. Is there enough story to fill 3 hours? Yes. Yes, because it's the side quests. It's remember I talked about side quests. It's the side quests. You had the side quests, and they were character building, and you got to play a little bit as Catwoman. You got to play a little bit as this person. You got to play. That's the way these games work. It's like, oh, hold on, Batman's doing this. I'm now playing this character. Oh, then this story is going on, and they all intertwine some way. It worked. It worked. It felt like a video game turned movie, and it was fun. So, no, that's going to be it. I enjoyed the movie. I think you should enjoy the movie and go see it. Thanks.